This is Chicago. Doors open on the left at Chicago.
Welcome to Chicago. Welcome to Chicago. Welcome to Chicago.
This is Chicago. Doors open on the left at Chicago.
Welcome to Chicago.
Welcome to Chicago. You're tuned into the TCSF podcast with Big Z and Stevie B from the No Water Weekend Pod. And we're coming straight to you from the 606 Media Studios, powered by True Chicago Sports Fans. This is episode 267, and we're fired up to dive into everything that makes Chicago great. Remember, 606 Media is your ultimate source for all things Chicago. Don't forget to swing by 606media.com to snag your official TCSF podcast t-shirt or check out the exclusive For the Love of Sports merchandise line and the No Water on the Weekend Pod gear. That's some hot gear.
I'm wearing one of them right now. So I paid JC. I texted him like, how much are they? And I was like, I want to wear this one, and send him the money. And yeah, that was it. So
yeah, we got to get some new merch for next week against the Raiders. So we'll see what JC can do for us. If you're watching on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitch, what else do we got on? Yeah, I think that's it right now. Yep.
Yeah, you got to smash and subscribe. That's what you have to do. Yeah,
that's right. Hit that subscribe button, and that way you get notifications every time we're live. And also, we go live 90 minutes now. We're going to 90 minutes before the game, and we should have Steve Edwards next week, which would be pretty awesome. So, again, leave us a 5-star review if you're listening on your podcast app. If you're on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe. Leave some kind words there. It means the world to us. Shoots us up on the charts. And we really appreciate that. And it doesn't cost anything. But if you want to drop a little coin, definitely go to anchor.fm/True Chicago Sports Fans. I'll drop that in the description in the YouTube and in the Spotify and iTunes. And for as little as 99 cents a month. I'm tired. Every bit helps, keeps the conversation going. You can tell, like, I'm stumbling over my words. It's been a long night, especially after that Sunday victory. And then while you're here and you're hanging out with us at 606, you can check out Episode with Big Z. There's 12 episodes from the first season. We dive deep into the fascinating stories of engaging people with amazing discussions and insightful interviews with plenty of humor. And then we have No Water on the Weekend podcast with Stevie B. And this week you had Mrs. Sean D.
Yeah. Sean told me Thursday at bowling that he wasn't going to be in town. And she's like, I'll do it. And I was like, all right, yeah, that works. Perfect. And
it was a good episode. I watched it.
Yeah, it was great. There's a jump scare with Angie because Sean on the corner right here by the door, I left the door unlocked and I didn't hear him come in. Mm-hmm. And he pulled his ass down a little bit and like had his crack hanging out. And Angie was like, oh my God. And then she got freaked out and she like hid in the couch. And I'm like, I couldn't see Sean.
Yeah.
So I was like, what is going on? And then she was like, I was like freaked out for a second. I'm like, what's going on? So yeah, it was a good episode. Got to know, gave her some trivia about Survivor. So she crushed that.
Of course she crushed that. That's all she watches.
Yeah, that's all she loves that game show. And, other things like food, stuff like that. Talks about how when they went to Costa Rica, a panther was stalking them in the jungle. Yeah, you won't catch me in the jungle or the woods. Too many weird creatures in that woods.
Yeah, they stay out of my location. I stay out of their location. That's how I feel about the woods.
Yeah, exactly. Cabin in the Woods is a great movie to watch and not to go in the woods. So
yeah, and I have it with 7.1 surround sound. So I heard that storm door creaking, and everyone didn't notice. And then I heard it. I was like, and I turned around. I'm like, oh shit! Oh no, that's the surround sound. I'm like, oh wait, they're gonna jump. They're gonna jump. It was great. That's the great thing about having a good surround sound system, that you can hear everything that you're meant to hear when you go to the theater. So it's pretty awesome.
We did. I was grilling out earlier today, and Sean's talking to me really quick, and all of a sudden he goes, "Holy shit!" And I'm like, "What?" He goes, "A bald eagle just flew across that back alleyway." I didn't even
Humble Park.
Yeah. Yeah, I was shocked. I'm like, no
Did he
way.
have a Puerto Rican flag around his chest, or
No, he had a different thing across his chest.
Okay,
it's three letter words. He's a bald eagle. So, but yeah. So that was the exciting part of my day today.
Awesome. Well, let's strap in and get ready for an unforgettable ride through Chicago sports, culture, and beyond. Again, we're going to talk about the big L that the Bears put into Dallas. We're going to talk about the Chicago Cubs push for the playoffs. We have a bet going on, so we'll keep you updated on that. And then the White Sox road to 60 continues as the kids can play and continue to grow. And then we'll wrap up with one of the matches I watched at WrestlePalooza, John Cena getting destroyed by Brock Lesner. And we'll talk about that and wrap it up. So let's just get started with our Chicago Bears, who I did not pick to win the game.
None of us did.
No one picked them to win. And, on the lakefront, the Bears put an L in Dallas. So that's one L. So I don't care who gives them the other L, but we gave them one. And Calebwilliams was 19 for 28. 298 yards, 4 touchdowns. Four. Yeah. There's other notable quarterbacks were Eric Kramer. I can't remember the other ones. Jesus, I just had it on the top of my head. Eric Kramer.
I do want to say that he's second or tied for first with touchdowns for being the number one with 7. I forget who else has 7, but he has 7 touchdowns so far, and it's only week 3.
Yeah, him and Rome are at the top of the leaderboards for touchdowns. So, I mean, that's a good sign.
Right.
We've been talking about Calebwilliams and him making adjustments, learning the offense, his adjustment to Ben Johnson. Oh, look who decided to show. Oh, look at this guy.
What up?
We're talking about Calebwilliams' progression from game 1 to 2 to 3. And it's been a progression. And we're seeing him understand the offense a little bit more. We talked about cadence, his verbiage, and being part of the on time, being in sync with the rest of the guys. And that definitely showed in the offense this week with the offensive line, the running backs, the wide receivers. So I don't know. I know we talked yesterday a little bit about this, but we're just recapping the Bears, man. It's a Bears Monday, and we're excited.
Yeah, no, we should be excited. They did everything they needed to do to get the victory. We talked about it yesterday, Jose. Some of the keys to the game was holding Javonte Williams under 100 yards, 75 to be preferably, and they did just that, which was awesome after getting completely run over last week against Detroit. It was a night and day performance, and I know people want to beat up on. Oh, well, the Dallas defense and this and that. Okay, that's fine. You want to criticize the offensive performance, that's whatever. The hater's going to hate. But my surprise was the defense because, the whole fear was, we could keep up, I believe, point for point against Dallas, but can our defense stop their offense enough times for us to go ahead and get the victory? And they did more than that. 3 turnovers in a row, multiple in the end zone. You had the strip to start the whole thing from Tyreek Stevenson. I was pleasantly surprised and very happy at the performance on Sunday. Some people, because again, I have my reserves, and I think that's rightfully so because of this team being still in the, I guess, infant stages of Ben Johnson and his, understanding his offense, understanding who he wants you to be as a player, how he wants you to perform in practice.
You can't be you? You can't be you?
Oh, God. Oh, fuck. Be you. I hated that shit. No, he wants you to be what he wants you to be. This is how he wants it to be done. And to be honest with you, I enjoyed it. I guess the Grady Jarrett got guys together and had a defensive players only meeting. And hey man, something needed to wake up. And I'm sure coaches were already lighting a fire under that ass enough for where they had, and I don't know whether the coaches, pushed them. And I'm sure the players had, had their reasons, but I'm pretty sure somebody said something in this, during the film study, or the coaches were saying something during the film study, because it changed real quick. Attitudes changed real quick. They were flying around. It looked like a different defense. It looked like a defense that woke up. And again, if you want to criticize Dallas's defense, you have to praise Chicago's defense because they were able to slow down the Dallas Cowboys offense, which is last week scored 40-something points in a win.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so again, it was a all-around 4-quarter victory for the Chicago Bears, something that they haven't had in a long time, and I was happy and impressed.
Yeah, definitely. Steve B, before I jump into the next thing, but what did you see watching the game and the clips and what is TikTok saying?
Well, I know a lot of
what is TikTok saying?
A lot of Dallas Cowboy fans were just saying, "How do we lose to a guy who paints his fingernails? Who cares, dudes? Like, I don't. What's the big deal?" He expresses himself that way.
Nobody gave a fuck about Dennis Rodman, bro. How did Dennis Rodman become the biggest fucking like? Yeah. Like, I mean, other than like Jordan, like there was plenty of other personalities, but Dennis with his crazy, he even had avenue.
So I don't get this. Yeah, I don't get this whole concept with that of being a shame thing, and then saying the progression of who's worse, the Dallas defense, or more surprising that Caleb had 4 touchdowns, that he didn't he got it easy because no one was around any of his receivers. I think that's bullcrap. I don't think it's hard to win in the National Football League. If you could get a win, you get it any way you can. I don't understand this concept. Well, Dallas defense is easy. Caleb should be able to do that. Well, it's like you're going in a full circle all the time. But I would say the defense, Tremaine Edmonds played his best game as a Bear, I think, on Sunday. Noah Sewell, I think he was great. He's a very quick player. He was doing his job, and I think that was great for the defense. I mean, Caleb passed it around to everyone. Everyone got the ball. Cole Kmet got a touchdown. Odunze did. DJ got one. So it's kind of like, there you go. You're moving the ball around, which is great. You want to see that. And the way they bounced back after that embarrassing loss last week. So I think everything that they did, this Sunday was great. I did watch half of it going back and forth. But Matt Eberflus is already, people in Dallas are already saying fire him already. It's only week 3. And I'm like, you could have him if you didn't already know what he was doing here. Nothing changed all 4 quarters. That was one of those things. Nothing would change, make adjustments. Nothing changed. Yeah. Eberflus was probably looking at Caleb. I'm like, wow, I messed this guy up. Look at him now. So, and he stayed in the pocket the whole time, which was great. He wasn't running all over the place, but he was in the pocket doing his thing. So I was pretty happy about that.
Yeah, it was a complete game from top to bottom. I know we covered it in the post-game show, but, Calebwilliams looked very comfortable in what they were doing. And then I think because of that hard practice, a lot of light bulbs went off on the offensive side. The defense had, like I even said, a fire lit under their ass, and it was a complete game. And when you have that and you have an offensive coach, offensive-minded coach who can design things for his quarterback to be comfortable in, and he just opened that bag of tricks. And he said, hey, how about a flea flicker? Can you do this? And they did it during practice, and they were messing it up. And Caleb said in the post-game show, he told Luther Burden, he's like, you can't outrun my throw. You just keep running. I'll make sure I get it to you.
In the game.
In the game, yeah. In the post-game, yeah, he said that to him. In the post-game is when he divulged that.
No. What I meant, like he said to Luther, he was saying in the game, like because he was
in the game, you cannot. Yeah.
Right. During the game, he's gonna, because obviously adrenaline and emotions. You know what I mean? He's like pretty much telling them that ball's gonna get to you because I'm gonna launch this bitch.
But it was, this close. That toss was a horrible toss.
Which toss?
The toss back to Caleb.
Oh, you're talking about Swift?
Yeah.
Oh, geez, I was scared because I was like, what the fuck? Like, you just see the ball go up in the air, and I thought it was a fumble. I was like, why the fuck is the ball in the air? And then, obviously.
we were at the bar, and I'm like, no!
Yeah, we're like, ah!
Yeah, we were.
That was a blast. It was funny because Steven doesn't know what we're talking about, so it was fun.
I know. You guys are all excited. You jerk.
It was a packed house at Output this past week. Where
Now, can I ask a question? When you were over there, did everyone stay to the end?
yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Because
it
I know
was-
I would assume last week and week one when I was with you guys, it just emptied out clear.
Well, anytime there's a loss, people are just going to go home.
Yeah.
You know, and it kind of bled over into the next game where people didn't even show up for that Detroit game because they were like, nah, we're going to get our butt kicked. But that Minnesota game, yeah, it cleared out. I mean, that's just, you're disappointed after waiting so many years, and then going to training camp and super excited with the new Ben Johnson and all the toys, and then they lay an egg. They gave up in the second half. So that carried over into that second game where we didn't really have a crowd. I think there might have been like 17 people in the back and about 15 in front. But it was a standing room only. There was a line to get seated. We had babies crying. I think I even scared him a couple times because he was scared. He was yelling. It was great. Yeah.
Hey man, you brought the baby to the bar, bro.
Exactly.
Sorry. It's a bar grill. It says Output Lounge.
Yes. Yeah.
And bar.
Biggest surprise from the offense, Ivan and Stevie B.
Go ahead, Steve.
Like I said, passing it to everyone. No one was favorited. I was really happy Cole Kmet got a touchdown. Get him to see that dance when he throws the bat. Yeah, get that big swing. So happy for him. I mean, we saw this last season that he was barely getting the ball, mostly blocking.
Yeah.
So it's great to see him getting some catches in. I think that was really good to see. Rome's doing his thing. I think that's also great. Not surprising, but I think it's great to see them connect so early because last season Caleb didn't throw a touchdown until I think week 3. So
he's got 8 right now, 9 right now,
7. He's got 7. So that being said, I'm just happy to see them getting on the board and even early too. It's not taking them at least a full quarter to do this. So they get the drives going, they get them settled in, and they're locked and loaded. So I think that's been what I've been liking to see when they come on the field.
Offensive wise, I would say last game would be how the offensive line held up. No sacks. And I know there's struggles with the pass rush of the Dallas Cowboys, but last year we played some teams that didn't have good pass rushes and they still got to the quarterback.
Right.
So, again, Braxton Jones, as much criticism as he has, and he still has a lot, a lot of blame in some of these bad losses in the past couple of weeks. It's definitely a lot of blame to go around. But Braxton in particular on that left side has been atrocious, and he wasn't he did his job. He did a job. Was he perfect? No, but he did his job, and the Bears did enough to keep help him out or keep the defense off balance enough for it to be a struggle for them to get to Caleb. But again, I would say that offensive line surprised me. They played really well. Guys are, it looked like Caleb had time and it looked like an offense that you only see outside of Chicago. You know what I'm saying? It looked like, and I'm not saying they are, but it looked like a top 10 offense. Clean pockets. You beat a team you're supposed to beat, and it's looking good. It looked good, right? It looked good. Again, I do have my reservations. I want to see consistency. All right, this is 1. Let's go 2. We're on the road, Vegas, right before the bye, and then a big Monday night game against Washington. And that shit is on some of these guys' minds. Tyreek, Caleb, everybody that was there last year has to be like, hey, this is the one. Okay, I understand 2 division drops. That's fucking bad. It's bad. It was very bad. But you could get back on track and change the narrative with 3 wins in a row and then coming after the bye, making adjustments, and then going out and beating a Washington team that took your heart last year. Yeah, I like that storyline.
Yeah, I think that is definitely what we were talking about yesterday, where we've got to split this season into quarters. 4 games here, 4 games here, and we've got to come out with a winning record in these quarters. I know Lovey used to do that. used to break down the season into quarters, and I really like that concept. So let's finish the first quarter with a even record at 2-2, going into a bye. We should have been 3 and barring anything. I'm going. I know we're the underdog going into the Raiders, which is weird, but definitely if we should be 3-1 at the bye, but that's not what it is, right? If we end up at 500, I think that's still a win. You're still able to build on that. And then you, like Ivan said, you have that bye to build and have time to game plan for Washington. And I believe he's coming back next week. I know he was not in the game this week, their quarterback, and he will be back next week. So,
yes. Oh my God, forget his
the
name.
guy we didn't draft.
Yeah, Daniels.
Daniels.
But yeah, a sprained knee.
Yep.
So, but again, last year he had bruised ribs or whatever he had. So I'm not.
And he's
If Daniels is out there, he's going to be. You have to get to him. You have to be able to put him on the ground. I think the best way to do that, and I know we're looking ahead because you have to be worried about of Las Vegas first. But if just something that I observed, the best way to get to Jaden Daniels is pressure right up the middle. Pressure up the middle in his face. You have to, you're going to have to run stunts. You're going to have to run blitzes. There's going to have to be some type of focus on getting him flushed out and seeing if you could get him to make a mistake. I'd rather, and I know it sounds crazy, I might go ahead and concede some plays on the ground with his legs than big plays through the air with his arm.
I think,
and because his frame, he's hurt. Could be a little fragile. If let's say Noah Sewell hits him square. I mean, it's happened.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know we're looking a little bit of ahead of getting over our skis a little bit, but I'm looking at the Raiders, what they've done this season: 20 points against the Patriots, 9 against the Chargers, and then 24 against the Commanders. Looking at that, I think we have a good chance of a good game. We've seen what the defense can do. There was an adjustment by Dennis Allen. He went to he had what is that? He had two over the top, and then he played some zone. He changed it up. It wasn't just straight man where we got beat all the time with the linebackers trying to catch up the running backs and wide receivers. There was some plays yesterday that did happen. But it didn't cost us much. I think if Dennis Allen continues to coach this defense up and they play like they did last week, where they're flying around and they're causing turnovers, because they had three interceptions and 1 forced fumble, and it should have been 4 interceptions. One of the guys dropped one. I think it's gonna look good. Like, who's their quarterback? Marcus Mariota right now?
Yeah.
Mariota looked pretty good. I mean, he's been in
a serviceable backup. He's going to throw 200 yards.
Right. He's a part of. He's supposed to be a part of that. He understands that. He's going to be a shoo-in, and that's why they had him as a backup in that offensive system, because he's ran that similar types of offense, even at Oregon. You know what I mean? Those spread types of offenses. He's a shoo-in. So I wouldn't be surprised if it was Mariota and he had success. You know what I mean? But going back to Geno, I'm
going to correct myself because it's Geno for the Raiders and Mariota for Washington.
Right. But for Geno, the thing it always with Pete Carroll, it starts with the run, and then it works its way out. Heavy run. It's a heavy run with Pete Carroll, and then you work off play. He's pretty much that dude. It's a heavy dose of run. You got a quarterback that can throw a deep ball and hopefully you can just manage the game. You know what I'm saying? And your defense and your running game can control the clock. That's who Pete Carroll is.
Okay.
That's who he was in Seattle. That's who he I'm sure he wants to emulate there in Vegas. So for me, it's all about discipline. Discipline in the back in the secondary, because like I said, you got to be ready for them hitting over the top once they've been pounding you on the ground for a little bit, and also discipline on that defensive front, because as good as they were last week, again, show me again. I need to see more. Show me more consistency. You had a good offense that you were able to stop. You were able to hold to 14 points, get 4 turnovers, excuse me.
Mhm.
Now let's see you do it again with a offense that has some weapons, but not as many weapons as Dallas would have had. And I know CeeDee Lamb went out
With that high ankle sprain,
with
yeah.
the high ankle sprain, but still you still had Williams, who I thought was going to have a crazy game, but didn't. And you still had George Pickens, who Stonehands Pickens allowed it, pretty much enabled an interception to Edmonds. But again, I'll say this right now: it's the same game plan in my eyes. Stop the run the ball, and allow Caleb to be special when he has to be. And he wasn't even making. He was making amazing, great throws, but like some of them weren't like, it wasn't like, oh man, every single time it was an amazing throw. It was just like, bam, that's a throw that every quarterback should make. He was doing those little things. Some of them some he wanted back, I'm sure. It was a couple I remember. One on a screen that was potentially a touchdown that ended up being, I think it ended up being a field goal on that drive.
Yep.
If I'm not mistaken. And then there was another one, but again, allow it to grow. You know what I'm saying? Allow this to continue. You got your first win. I'm looking forward to this Bears team at winning in Las Vegas. You know what I'm saying? It's all about how you take this momentum. Are you going to be content? Are you going to be prepared? It looked like you were well prepared last week. Let's see it happen again with this coaching staff as well, because they're young too.
Question for you guys: are you guys going to go to the get the free hot dog tomorrow? Wait in line.
That bet was made by the owner of Wiener Circle. If Caleb throws 4 touchdowns, they'll give out hot dogs. No, I'll be at work, just like
I'll be at work.
every hardworking American. But you can go ahead, CV. You can go get our hot dogs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tell
Cool.
them to give you ours, and
Tell them to give you the triple wiener.
Yeah, give you 3 wieners.
You guys got some jokes today. Wow, good for you guys.
Sure, it was yesterday.
Best buddies in the house.
Friends. How many of us have them? Friends.
Do you guys have matching friendship bracelets underneath your shirts right now?
Shut
Because
up,
that's
we
what it
do.
seems like.
Shut up.
Yeah, we do.
Right?
Just because you and JC have matching bracelets around your ankles.
Oh,
Yeah.
you guys
that's
got
sexy.
matching cock rings, all right? That's what it is. One's blue, one's yellow.
Which one am I?
I don't know.
I would say blue because you're emo.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. This is taking a left.
Just feel up,
What else you guys want to say? I just
Stevie B, what is your prediction for next week against the Raiders?
I think the Raiders are gonna. I think the Bears are gonna do pretty well. After seeing what I saw this past weekend, I think we could still put up another 30-pointer, maybe 27. I'll split it down the middle, but I would like to see 27-14 victory. Bears.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
Ivan. You said you were not going to pick the Bears yesterday.
Yeah, I know, but I'm a liar. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and break with that, because
They look too good.
I'm not seeing how the Raiders
Beat
the Bears if they have a similar game plan or attack. The defense plays in particular that way. Yeah, I will go with the Bears. I'm gonna I'll take it back. Take back what I said. I'll tell but I'll go Bears 32.
Ooh.
Raiders 20.
Okay, you expect that defense to shut them down again.
Again.
Okay.
Yeah, let's get the Raiders.
The
Raiders way.
You better have your socks up, bro. I am going to take the Bears 31 Raiders 27. I think it'll come down to Caleb winning a game for us coming down the field in the fourth quarter. And he's going to deliver, put on his cape, and say bear down in Vegas. And I think that home crowd advantage that we're going to have, I don't think they're going to have.
Do you really think that it's going to be, because we talked about it yesterday. Remember, we were like, Bears fans travel, but Raiders fans travel as well, and it's not like they can't get from LA or Oakland or wherever the fuck they are.
Yeah, it's a closer ride for them to drive up or to fly in.
Like 2 hours, right? Something like that. Like
it's about 2.5 hours. I don't know what.
Something. I don't know what it is out there, but I know it's a quick fucking drive, like
a straight drive,
straight shot, something like that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, I guess we're gonna have the Bears victory, and it'll be our last game at Output Chicago for that Raiders game. Then we'll have the week off.
Output Grand
because Chicago, because the next one is in Berwyn.
Well, but we have another one in Chicago in Wrigley.
But we're not doing that one.
I know, but people would be confused if you go, "Hey, yeah, we're gonna."
Understood. Yeah. So the grand location, our last one, is going to be this Sunday. It is a 3:25 kickoff. We will be live at 2 p.m. We're going to do 90 minutes pregame. And Steve Edwards said he was coming.
Mm-hmm.
And he might bring his boys. So it's going to get rowdy. There might be a wing thrown at somebody. It's going to get crazy. He's going to have his whiskey. So come out and join us at 1758 West Grand on the corner of Grant and Wood, Output Lounge in Westtown. So that's what we're doing. So, Ivan, I know you got to jump on to the Steve Edwards show right now. So thanks for joining us.
Yeah, appreciate it, guys.
So go ahead.
I'll let him know. I'll talk to him about it. Make sure they, everything is good to go. But yeah, good talking to you guys. Bears win. Well, it was a happy day today. I wasn't all miserable in the morning.
It was so easy to go to work today. I was even early.
Right. I went to McDonald's. I got I had some orange juice. I got sandwiches. I was happy. I was like a little kid. I was like, all right, cool. Go to school now. All right, guys. I'll talk to you later.
See you later.
That is Ivan from the Tape Never Lies Network. Thank you for joining. He's gonna go and switch over, and I think his show starts at 8:30. With Steve Edwards, where they're going to break down film and so forth. But we're going to take a short break, and on the flip side of the break, we're going to talk our Chicago baseball teams, the Cubs push for the playoffs, the White Sox road to 60, and then we'll wrap it up with a John Cena, Brock Lesnar recap. So stay tuned. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors.
Hey there, Chicago enthusiasts. Are you ready to take your fandom to the next level? The True Chicago Sports Fan Podcast has got you covered with some serious cool merch that screams Chicago pride. From cozy sweaters to trendy tank tops, we got it all. Show off your love for the city with our iconic red, white, and blue logo, or stand out with our exclusive collection for the love of sports. Whether you're lounging at home, breaking a sweat at the gym, or cheering on your team at a game, our gear is a must-have for all you diehard Chicago sports fans out there. Don't hesitate. Visit bonfire.com/store/606-media-store/ or simply just click the link in the description and snag your gear ASAP. Get ready to make some noise, show your pride, and embrace the Chicago spirit with True Chicago Sports Fan Podcast merch. Designed for you, the ultimate fan, for the love of sports. Hey guys, it's Steven.
And this is Sean, and you are listening to True Chicago Sports Fans.
Don't forget to listen to No War on the Weekend. New episodes on Monday. You can find us anywhere you listen to podcasts.
Yeah, so we're going to go do a couple of shots. So let's kick it back over to Big Z.
No Water on the Weekend.
Right on time. Just barely on time.
Yeah, literally.
Literally, yeah. I was getting another glass of water.
Yeah.
That's
good.
delicious.
You're parched.
Yeah, it's been a long weekend. Ooh, I like this in black. This is sexy.
It's nice.
Yeah, let's put that up there. There we go. Let's talk about our Chicago Cubs. They kind of took one on the chin this week, going against Cincinnati.
Yep.
Our bets are still alive. We still have hope for wins on both sides, but I really think we're gonna break even with 2 losses. So we'll just go hang out and get a bite to eat together. That's all it will be.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I need 4 wins.
Got swept by the Reds, right?
They got swept by the Reds at all 4 games.
Wow. You know, I wasn't really paying attention to baseball this week with all the football that was going on.
Yeah, all 4 games.
And so the Reds, are they making a push for the playoffs to take out the Mets?
So here's what the news is. Last week I talked about how much I knew the Mets were gonna be the Mets, and they're choking. And their payroll is really high for them. You know, with Juan Soto and Pete Alonso and all them. But when you want to go in the playoffs, you got to be hot. You got to be hot going in. And Cincinnati is hot. So they have the tiebreaker against the Mets. So now Cincinnati has the last spot in the wild card. Yeah. Crazy.
So it's just 3 in the wild card, correct?
Yes. So you have the Cubs, San Diego, and now Cincy.
They're tied with the Mets, but they have the tiebreaker, so they're up. They've won 5 games straight.
Yeah,
the Cubs losing 4 games straight. So obviously the division definitely was lost last week.
Yeah, yep. You know, like I said, we're in this weird limbo. It's the last week of baseball this week. I will be at the game tomorrow. Don't tell JC. Don't tell JC. For tomorrow, it's going to be an exciting game. You got Dave Peterson pitching tomorrow. His ERA is 3.98. That's whatever. But Horton's pitching tomorrow. He's 11-4 this year, which is awesome. He's got a 2.66 ERA. So that's going to be great to see. You know, if we sweep the Mets, their season is pretty much over. If Cincinnati keeps winning, because Cincinnati, I believe, is playing the Pirates this week. And the Pirates are pretty much done. You're going to be
have nothing but the minor leaguers up yet. Yeah.
Get some kids in there, and so they could, take it and run with it. Again, a lot of my TikTok feed is pissed off Dallas Cowboy fans or Mets fans, and I like it. It's exciting for baseball to see Cincinnati in there. I have a buddy that I play Fortnite with, and he's a Cincinnati Reds fan. And he's like, "Thanks, man. Thanks for giving us the win." And I'm like, "Dude, no,
we didn't try to give it to you.
We're not trying to give it to you." I'm like, I need 93 wins. I got 6 games left, and I need 4. So you think we're gonna take 4 out of the 6? It could happen, but it's most likely very low.
It could happen, but the possibility is very low.
Yeah,
the Mets are going to try to get some games, and it's do or die for them. And then obviously you have your rivalry against the Cardinals to finish the season.
Yeah,
and that's at home too.
Yeah.
Ooh, we should go to that game.
I mean, I'll go to one more. I'll go to the Friday one.
I can't. I work.
Oh, you work at 120. It's at 120. Yeah, and Saturday's at 122. Yeah, so last week of baseball, it's here, it's gone.
But the Cubs are going to be in the playoffs.
Yeah. But I'm just saying,
it's not over for a few nights.
I'm just saying, like, for baseball, for regular season, it's over with, and it's always a sad thing because you want to keep baseball going because it's fun to be around, and it's like when baseball's over, summer is officially over.
Summer's officially over. It is actually fall. Officially, but
it doesn't feel like it. It was hot as hell outside.
Yeah, it is. It was like 80 something. Definitely, it's a 2-sided coin, right? You're excited for football, and I told my football fans, like, dude, can I enjoy baseball before you're like, I want football, dude. You'll get football. Relax.
Yeah.
September, October, November, December, and January, you'll get your football.
Yeah.
Baseball,
and then April is when spring training is, and then then it's back to baseball. But
but the NFL steps all over it now. Like, we're gonna do our draft in April.
Yeah. So tomorrow I'll be at the game. I'll be in a suite with my mom. So,
I want to go with one of these suites with your mom.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know who the vendor is this time or whatever. So I don't know where we're at. It's not 1914. I think it's one of the boxes underneath. So, which is fine by me. I'm not complaining. I'm just happy to be there.
As long as the food is free?
Hell yeah, the drinks are cold.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So we'll be doing that tomorrow. We'll see how it goes. I'm probably gonna meet my mom over there instead of having her come this way, then go back to Wrigley, save some time. But it's gonna be exciting. I hope we get the win tomorrow. I really hope we get the win tomorrow because I'd even take 90 and still lose. Excuse me, but I'll still take 90. But it's just this bet is like I told you last week. It's going to come down to the wire, and it is. It's coming down to the wire. Yeah.
Yeah.
But we'll see. I mean, the bets are
September 27th game. I want to go to the suite.
Yeah. But yeah, the bets are there. But I mean, yesterday we had in the top of the ninth against Cincy, we lost 1-0. That last strikeout was outside, but it still hit the box, and things like that. We had someone on first and second, and it's kind of like.
And Tucker's still out, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's probably not going to come back into the playoffs.
Possibly,
yes,
but
another week essentially left. I would rest him. I mean, there's nothing to gain. You're not going to lose the wild card, your spot. I mean, am I right? You're not going to lose it, right? Well, you're how many games up? You are 8. No, you have 8. Unless you lose every game. And San Diego.
Well, it sure seems like it, apparently, because we lost 4 in a row. And I'm just like, just win. I just play for something. Don't just go up there and just hack it.
There's
no. I just want
6 games. You're up 8. You qualify for the playoffs.
Well, I'm not satisfied with losing a game. I want to win a series. I at least split the series.
Yeah,
against Cincy, but no, with the Mets.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
no, with the Mets, I want to win. I want to win tomorrow. Let me end the year with a win. End it for me, because I'm not going to go to the playoff games. That's too expensive. So
that's expensive, yeah.
And it's best out of 5, so you're going to have 3 games here.
I think you take 1 against the Mets, and hopefully it's the one you go to, so that way you feel okay because you've been a mush.
Yeah, pretty much. And JC's throwing it out there, puts it in the atmosphere, and then they lose, or they get like kicked, like they get like beaten bad,
and they'll take 2 out of 3 from the Cardinals.
Yeah, so if it's 2, that's 2. That's 3 games.
Yes, I'm saying you'll win 3 games.
That's what you want. You want me to get 3 instead of 4?
You're not going to win all 6 games. You're not going to win 4 out of 6.
I know.
I don't.
Well, hey. I'm not a man of religion, but I'll start praying tonight.
You pray to the wrong God.
Yeah, I'll pray to each one of them. Whoever gets me these wins, give me a sign, and then I'll be devoted.
Oh boy, that's scary. Transitioning to the South Side, the White Sox also have the day off today, and they'll be playing the Yankees in the Bronx. Tomorrow, 6:05. They have 3 games set with them. The Yankees are going. I think I had get that page back up here.
But it's the same thing with the Yankees. Yeah,
wild card team because yesterday the Blue Jays clinched the AL. So they are 4 games above Boston. So Boston can still take their spot. Cleveland just lost a game. They had won like 9 in a row, and now they're 9-1 in the last 10.
Yeah.
They're 84-72, and so is the Houston Astros. That's wild because they just had a wild series against the Mariners. That was a great series.
Yeah.
So again, and they might come up. I mean, that's still not. They clinched it. Okay, I see it there.
And I'm pretty happy to see the Mariners win the division.
Oh no,
they haven't won it yet, but they're
nor have the Detroit Tigers, who have been slumping. They're 1-9 in their last 10. Talk about a total collapse. If Cleveland can catch, I mean, they're 1 game out. Cleveland's 1 game out of the AL.
Oh yeah, they are. So you could see Detroit maybe end up in the wild card spot,
or out of the playoffs completely.
Yeah,
which would be amazing.
Well, Javi Baez hasn't been doing well, so that's one of the reasons.
Oh, well,
he's in the outfield.
He can go watch Bad Bunny on Amazon Prime because he ain't gonna go see it in Puerto Rico because he's done.
No, it's gonna be crazy to see this last week of baseball. If that happens, if the Red Sox get the top spot, Tigers lose it to the Guardians, and they don't even make the playoffs, that'd be crazy because they were the
top two. Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. It's gonna be a
Yeah.
crazy week in the AL and in the NL, and this is the exciting part of baseball. Who's gonna get into the playoffs? And then you look at the matchups. Who's hot going in? Who's cold going in? So that's gonna make a huge difference in the playoffs. But the Yankees is a 3-game set, and then they finish at the Nationals for another 3-game set. I say they will win 2 games, and that's all I need. I think they win 1 against the Yankees because they play them tough. Let's see what the pitching matchup is tomorrow. Do they have it up here? No, not yet.
I hope they put the kids up, all the kids that never like experienced the MLB, and they have them go up there.
You mean
for the White
Yankees?
Sox?
No.
For the White Sox, and then they get lit up.
We have all the kids up there already.
We need more kids. Get them. Go to Single A. Go to Single A and pick them up.
No way.
Single A. Get them some experience. This last week.
Yeah, I got
have that happen. Yeah,
I need to win 2. I think they take 1 for the Yankees. And hey, what if they could take 2 for the Yankees? That'll be great.
Oh man, I'm gonna be like, I'm on the edge of my seat every single time.
You want Boston up there?
I know. I can't get mad, but this is what baseball is. This is why me and you go crazy for playoffs, like trying to get in, because it's a lot of fun, regardless if you're like for either of our teams. But it's like with Boston and with the Mariners and seeing all these teams that come up and like dogfight it out. It's exciting.
It's very exciting. And then you got the home run race with Kyle Riley. I think he has 57.
Yeah.
And then Ohtani hit 52 or 53 the other day. Like, that is nuts. I mean, that's great to see the baseball is back like that.
Yeah, and a little off topic. I know you like them. Clayton Kershaw, retirement.
Yeah, he finally. I mean, he's literally. If you look at his resume, he's definitely just going to the Hall of Fame after the 5 years moratorium. He's going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. He might be. They might just have him by himself because it's a Hall of Fame career, and I've got to see all of it. Just being a fan of his.
Have you seen him pitch at the Right Field?
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
So
Yeah.
it's pretty awesome.
I mean, yeah, his career is awesome. Strikeouts, the World Series. We got 2 of them.
Yep,
two rings,
2
right?
World Series, a couple Cy Youngs.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I mean,
yeah, go out with on top. Don't
keep
going down and then
I feel like especially this year he did battle some injuries and he definitely was like starting to see that his velocity was dropping, unable to locate as well as he used to. He's like, we're gonna go to the playoffs. It'll be my last playoffs, and we'll see what we can do, and it'll be great.
Yeah, and I didn't know he has 5 kids.
Yeah, man.
I mean, if you have the money, you could pay for any school they want to go to. So good for him.
Yeah, good for him, man.
Good for him and his family. That's exciting for him. I mean, it's going to be
he's busy during the off season, bro.
Yeah, and then also Ohtani's going to be back to pitching, so they still have an ace. But so
yes, there you do. Wrapping up the White Sox, Abreu was brought back this Friday, I believe, this past Friday. Just giving him like his flowers and so forth. It was pretty cool. They also had Ramon Ayala, Mexican folk singer, throughout the first pitch, and he was also giving the plaque by the city Ramon Ayala Day.
Yeah, he for a bigger guy going out there having a good time, and his music, I've listened to his music because of my uncle growing up.
I mean, you play one of those songs, every Mexican knows what it is.
Yep, and I want to say this. I'm not a big fan of his. I don't really listen to his music. I know of his music.
Yep.
But the comments on YouTube about him was crazy.
What do you mean?
They weren't positive.
He's like 80 years old.
No, I understand that. But I mean, he still plays. He still sings. I think his last concert was last week. Or
it was Saturday. It was Saturday. It was his last concert in Chicago. So like he's literally retiring. He's doing a retirement tour. Mm-hmm. But he was like 8 feet, 5 feet from the home plate. Yeah. 80-year-old man who doesn't play baseball.
Exactly. Yeah. But not only that, and then saying like about his music and like I don't get it. I would never talk crap about any musician. It is what it is. But man, trolling's really been a thing. I've been seeing this last week. But yeah, I thought it was awesome that he got to do that, and good for him. And, you know, it's what is it? Hispanic Heritage Month this month. So
yes.
that's what makes sense about it. And, you know, good for him.
Yep. So let's go White Sox, get those 2 wins. And that way Steven has to pay up his bet and get a nice little hat out of it.
Get you a pink hat.
Are you going to order it online? Am I going to send you the link, or are we going to go to a grandstand? How are we doing this?
If this case scenario pans out, if it happens,
It will.
I'll just Venmo you the money.
Yeah. Ozzy said it will happen. He said yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Jeez. Yeah, I'll just send you the Venmo.
Okay.
And then I'll do a video of me sending you the money. And then once you get the hat, then you get a video, and you could just dance with the hat and wear it on the show. And yeah, we'll go from there. So I mean, I'm praying that the Cubs, we both get our wins, right? Then it cancels it out. We each buy our own hat for ourselves.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. This week is going to be intense. It's going to be fun. I got a lot of things this week I'm doing, so I'm going to be out and about. But yeah, just baseball, getting ready for football. It's an exciting week. The last week of September is always the best part, and then leading into October is also great. But
yeah, I'm kind of like disappointed in myself because I didn't watch any Cubs games because I on the way to watch it. Just say that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've been watching just about every Cubs game, as long as it doesn't coincide with the White Sox playing. And I'm like, man, they got swept.
Yeah.
I missed the entire 4-game series. I'm so mad at myself.
Yeah. I've been keeping an eye on them like a hawk, but it's crazy. We'll see. But I know if the Cubs lose in the playoffs against San Diego, Marquee Network is canceled. And I'll see you in April. I'll actually see you in May. I'll subscribe in May, because I'm not going to just sit there. I have Hulu. I'm not going to watch the Bears games on Marquee because they do that now.
No way. They're not. I mean, the Bears games are free.
Yeah, but they want you to keep it, or they even write articles about the Bears. Like they have spectators and editors and stuff like that. So I don't know, but I get notifications from Marquee about the Bears when they win, when they lose, blah blah blah. So if they have to play them on there, they have to. If they're going to promote them on that bottom page,
Bye-bye.
I have Hulu. It's not free unless you have cable or like an antenna. But I mean, I don't have an antenna on my, so I pay for Hulu.
Right, you have Hulu, so you can watch Fox 32 on your Hulu, and you can watch WBBM. What other channel? And then Monday night game, you have ESPN, so you're set.
Yeah, unless it's on Thursday night and it's Amazon Prime. I have Amazon Prime, but still, it's like all these networks.
The principle.
It's just the principle. Exactly. Yeah, Monday night was on Peacock, but it was also on ESPN. So, is what it is. Wait till Christmas comes and you got to watch the NFL on Netflix, and I don't have Netflix. I'm just gonna watch the game.
Maybe you knock downstairs and see if you can use their Netflix.
Possibly. We're like, hey, you guys want to hang out? So I think I'm going to lose my fantasy football league this week. So I'll be 1-2.
I have not opened that up yet.
Yeah, Saquon Barkley really screwed me. He only got like 7.5 points.
Yeah, a lot of running backs not doing what they're supposed to be doing. So,
so we'll see.
Just to wrap up before we get out of here, I don't know if you watch. I know you don't watch that much wrestling. Just usually me and JC who watch a little bit of wrestling. I watch a lot of wrestling. This past weekend was WrestlePalooza, which is a dumbass name and a dumbass graphic that they had for the initiation or the grand opening of them being on ESPN for their PLEs. And just to give you a small recap, there was maybe 2 matches that were great. The John Cena Brock Lesnar was I thought it was gonna be a good one, but John Cena literally got his ass kicked for about 45 minutes by Brock Lesnar. He was like all welted up on his back and all that stuff. Like Brock just demolished him, which is the story of John Cena and Brock Lesnar. But
they couldn't let John Cena win once.
That was saying. He's got 5 more appearances for the rest of the year. One being in 3 weeks in Australia, in Perth. for our PLE out there. But just to put a bow on this, they really WWE has really UFC'd themselves.
Mm-hmm.
There is 9 pieces of advertisement on the wrestling mat. There is Slim Jim stickers on the tables. There is Prime on next to the commentary. There's this and that, and people have to pay whatever it is for the ESPN app, or unless you have a service provider such as Hulu, where you can, if you have it bundled with your ESPN, ESPN Plus, and all that, then you don't have to pay for it. But people that don't have it have to pay $29.99 a month to have the ESPN app. And they played commercials during a pay-per-view.
That's bad.
I'm paying $30 and you're making me watch commercials. That is the most stupidest thing ever. I just, that disgusted me. I'm like, I get it, UFC, and I get it. They're just trying to make money. They just released the ticket prices for next year's WrestleMania. You want to sit on the floor? $1,800 for one ticket. That does not include the Ticketmaster fees.
Mm-hmm.
$1,800.
You better get a second job for the weekends so you could go
for one night because it's a 2-night event.
Well, just go to one.
And usually SmackDown's before and Raw's after. So you have 4 nights. You're gonna spend like $5 to $10,000.
You better get a GoFundMe.
Oh, these hairy toes.
Something.
Yeah, I'm not going. I refuse to pay that much money. Even for a Super Bowl, I wouldn't pay that much money.
No, I wouldn't. It's better to be at home and watch it.
We'll be at a bar and watch it with a bunch of wild guys and girls that love their team. I think it's a better and more intimate atmosphere. So that is our little wrestling wrap up there. I like that wrestling wrap up.
There you go.
Yeah.
Wrap them up. Yeah. Well, I think John Cena is also done because he's killing it in Peacemaker. So be sure to watch Peacemaker.
Yeah, I did watch it. I would watch the Sunday episode. It was a really good episode this past week. It was good. It was really good.
He's got to be metahuman if he's getting hit in the throat, like with that knee. Holy hell. Rick Flag Sr. is like unbelievable, dude.
Again, it's if you like. Oh, are you watching V? What is it?
It's on my queue. I'm gonna watch it. Sean started watching it. He said it's pretty good.
Are you caught up or?
Yeah, I'm caught up. I just have to start the second season. I think it's weekly, right? It's not all released.
They dropped the first 3 episodes, then after that, it's weekly.
Yeah.
It took me a while because it's been like over a year.
Mm-hmm.
It took me a while to like realize what happened at the end of that season. But
yeah,
2 good shows, very gruesome and action packed and funny. That's it. That's your thing. That's our thing. Yeah, definitely give those shows a watch. So.
Tomorrow's the last episode of Alien. So Alien Earth.
Oh, really?
It's the last one. It ended on the cliffhanger last week, which is awesome. But tomorrow's the last episode. It's kind of sad to see it go. I hope it's an hour and a half because this past weekend was like 40 minutes.
Yeah, it was short.
And I was like, man, it sucks. Like I want it to be an hour and a half. Give me an hour and a half, leave it on the cliffhanger or, leave something guessing. My prediction is that eye, that's the eye with the, that squid looking eye is going to go into the creator, the guy, the boy that doesn't wear no shoes because he wants a smart, intelligent thing. And I think that could happen. Or it goes into his the brother, Wendy's brother.
I can see that happening.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Or Otani comes and bombs that island because they want, to capture the creatures. So, and then they don't exist anymore.
Yeah, but Wendy's got the predator.
The alien.
The alien, sorry.
Now she's whatever noises she makes, but she knows how to do it, which is intense. So it's going to be exciting. I want an hour and a half. I'll look it up to see if it is, but I don't know.
All right. I think that's it for tonight. I'm exhausted. TVB's exhausted. He's been working on the railroad in Indiana.
Yep. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Big time.
So
Big time.
thank you, fans, for listening. Thank you for watching. Again, please subscribe, like, see how the bell happens. Do that. And if you're on your podcast app, share that. Thank you to our listeners and watchers for sticking with us and supporting us through 267 episodes. And there's a lot more than that because we do the live events and so forth, but I don't number those. Thank you to our sponsors, 606 Media, True Chicago Sports Fans, and 3G Tequila, who sponsors our live events. Check us out on social media. They're down there.
Yep.
If you want to email us a show or topic to talk about, hit us up at truechicagosportsfans@gmail.com. All right, for Ivan and Stevie B, I am Big Z, and we'll see you next time. We'll see you at Output that we'll be broadcasting live for that Raiders game. We'll be there live at 2:00, and I'll probably be there probably at 1:00. So I'll see you there. And until then, be good to each other for the love of sports.